Hey everybody, this is Mrmathblog here, and this lesson is called Dividing Using Repeated Subtraction. So all of the lessons, you guys, are organized at mrmathblog.com. So if you go there, you'll see several links there. You'll see links to my Algebra 2 classes, my Algebra 1 classes, geometry, pre-calculus, calculus, statistics, and you'll see 4th grade there. So all of those are there, and if you click 4th grade, you'll see all the lessons there in a row. Okay, anyway. The Common Core strand, here it is right here. And so our question here is how can we use repeated subtraction and multiples to find quotients. Quotients is just an answer to a division problem. So here's an example, you guys. So John is building a backyard barbecue. He has 72 bricks. He will place 6 bricks at a time as he builds the barbecue. If he arranges the bricks in piles of 6, how many piles will he have? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use repeated subtraction to divide 72 divided by 6 and see how many groups of 6 we can get into 72. All right, so here we go. So here's 72 counters right there, okay? So what we're going to do first is subtract 6 of the counters. So I'm going to take this top row off because this is 6 right here. There's 72 altogether right here. We're going to divide this by 6. So I'm going to take away 6 right there, okay? So let me take those away. There they go. And then how many are left, okay? So we started with 72, and if we take away 6, it takes us down to 66, and if we counted them up, and if I had time in this video, I'd show you that there's 66 left right there. All right, and so what we're going to do now is record the subtraction on the grid below as shown, and then record the number of counters left and the number of times we subtracted 6, okay? So here's the first time. The first time we subtracted 6, we're going to get 66 right there. There's 66 left. Let's subtract 6 another time. So now this is the second time we're subtracting 6. Okay, and we're just going down by 6 because that's what we're dividing by right here. So 66 minus 6 is 60. Okay, so there we go. We took off another 6. Did you see that? There they were right there, and I'm going to take those off. So let's take off that 6. So how many are left right here? Well, we can count these up. Or just subtract. 66 minus 6 is now 60. Okay, let's subtract again. Okay, so this is the third time we've subtracted 6. Okay, so 60 minus 6 is going to be 54. So there's going to be 54 of those guys there. Okay, so here we go. We just took off another row, and there's 54 left right there. All right, so let me move that up a little bit right there. Can we reach 0 eventually? Well, sure. I can keep taking off this row of 6, then this row of 6, then this one, this one, this one, until we take off the last row of 6 and there's nothing left. So explain. Yes, there was 12 groups. Okay, so here we took away 3 already. So here's another 4th group of 6, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th, a 8th, a 9th, a 10th group of 6, an 11th group of 6, and then finally a 12th group of 6. So there's 12 groups of 6 counters in 72. Okay, so count their number of times. We would have to subtract groups of 6 counters. Well, we would have to do it 12 different times right there. So therefore, you guys, there are 12 piles of 6 bricks inside of 72 bricks right there. Okay, so 72 divided by 6 is equal to 12. Okay, and remember, 12 times 6 is 72. Remember, division is an opposite of multiplication. But if you forget how to do it, then just subtract multiples of your divisor. So here, explain how the relationship between the divisor, the dividend is the number you're dividing into, and the quotient is the answer. And the number of times we subtract the divisor from the dividend. Okay, so we subtract the divisor. It was the 6 in the last time. We subtract that 6 as many times as we can from the dividend. The dividend was the 72, the number you start with. Okay, and the number of times that we subtract is the answer, and they call it the quotient. Okay, the quotient is the answer. Okay. All right, so we're going to synthesize this, and what happens if we subtract multiples of 6? Okay, so it's the same problem. We're going to, instead of subtracting just 6 all the time, we're going to do multiples of 6, okay? So let's complete this table right here. So what number, that's what this blank is, what number times 6, because we're dividing 6 into 72, equals 60 right here? What number times 6 equals 60? Well, 10 times 6 equals 60. So 10 times 6 equals 60, all right? So what we're going to do now is, this is asking what multiple of 6 did we use? We used 10 times 6, or 10, okay? So how do we use this multiple? Well, we subtracted 60 now, because this is 60. We subtracted 60 from 72, and that's how this 12 came here. Okay, so instead of doing minus 6, minus 6, minus 6, we did a multiple of 6, which is 60. And then it just gets us to the answer a lot faster this way, you guys. So if we subtract, we're going to get 12 right there. And then, okay, we're going to do it again. So what number times 6 equals 12 right there? Okay, so that's what that is right there. Then we can use 2 times 6 equals 12 to subtract the remaining 12 off, and then we get a remainder of 0. Okay, and then what's this stuff over here? Well, this is going to get us our answer right here, you guys. So next we're going to go ahead and add this 10 plus 2, and that's what this is over here. 10 plus 2 equals 12, and that's going to tell us how many times in all of the divisors that 6 was subtracted from 72. Okay, so here's a multiple of 6, so it was 10. So we did 10 went in there, and then here's another multiple of 6, it's 2. So if we do 10 plus 2, that'll tell me that the answer is going to be 12 right there. So 6 goes into 72 12 times, okay? Kind of like that distributive property we did in the last one right there. Okay, so how do we use multiples of the divisor to help us? Well, by subtracting greater amounts, we get to the answer, which is called the quotient, a lot faster that way. All right, so explain why in the prior example we should subtract 10 times 6 and not 9 times 6 or even 20 times 6. Well, 10 times 6, 9 times 6 gets me 54, gets us 54. And for me, anyways, 54 is a little harder to subtract from 72 than 60 is. Because 10 times 6 is 60. I'd rather subtract 60 from 72 than 54. It's a little bit farther away than 60 is right there. And 20 times 6 is 120, and that's greater than 72. So that's out of the ballpark anyways. We wouldn't even use that. It's too big for 72 right there. So 10 times 6 equals 60, and that's just an easier number to subtract from 72 without going over. Okay, something like that, all right? All right, and then another way to divide by repeating subtraction is to use a number line. So here's a number line right here, and we're going to use this number line below to count back by 4s, starting at 52, to find the quotient of 52 divided by 4. Okay, so we'll just subtract to use a number line. We'll just go minus 4. Okay, so I'm going to put 52 minus 4 is 48. Okay, that's what that one is. And then 48 minus 4 more is 44. Minus 4 more is 40. Now I'm just going to fill them all in right here, and I just did minus 4 minus 4. So 40 minus 4 is 36. Minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, and all the way down right there. Okay, and so it's going to ask us how many equal groups of 4 did we subtract. Okay, we started right here, and we're going to go, let's see, I'll use this line right here. Went down once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we subtracted 13 groups of 4 right there. All right, so 52 divided by 4 equals 13. All right, so explain how subtracting the counters and counting back on a number line can help us divide. All right, well, we can see that the number in each group and the number of groups that we subtracted that way. All right, it's pretty easy right there. Okay, you guys, I hope that helps, and take care.